Welcome back, guys, to our playthrough of Pokemon Soul Silver. In this episode, I'm going to show you how you can obtain a special promotional movie event Arceus in celebration of the 12th movie, The Jewel of Life. And using that same Arceus in your party, we are going to head to the Ruins of Alph, where we'll encounter a separate special event that will allow us to obtain a Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina. Once we're all done with that, I'm going to show you how you can re-trigger the event and get all three. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about is, while we're playing this on Soul Silver, note that this also does work in HEARTGOLD. It works in both versions. Secondly, unlike some of the other in-game events, this one does require an action replay code to trigger it in order to run into the green-coded guy in the Pokemart here. He'll hand you the Arceus. So in the description box, you'll find the code in order to trigger that. And once we've done that, and we'll repeat the whole event all over again to get the other two, that code, in order to repeat the event, will also be found in the description box. Now, first and foremost, the first code, note that it is a very, very long code. If you're playing on an emulator, it's very easy to just like copy and paste that in here, and then you're good to go on whatever emulator you're using. However, if you are using an actual DS and you have a physical action replay device, it might be a little bit harder if you are required to type it in manually. I did hear that there was ways to like pop in the little SD card and then move over the codes and all that stuff depending on what type of action replay you have, but I'm not here for that. So you'll have to hopefully know how to do that on your own. Nonetheless, if you are ready to get started, let's go ahead and do it. First, after the code has been entered into your device, the long one, in order to encounter the green-coded guide to get the Arceus, you're going to hit L and R, and then you're going to go ahead and walk right into the Pokemart. I am here in Violet City because this is closest to the Ruins of Alph, so I'm just going to walk in here, and you should see the green-coded gentleman right at the counter. Now, you can obviously go to any Pokemart, and you can encounter him, and he'll give you the Arceus. Good evening, USB Mark. I've received a gift for you. Here you go. Okay, and we got ourselves an Arceus. Excellent. Let's go ahead and review this Arceus, because it's pretty sweet. Okay, summary. All right, it is a level 100 Arceus. Original trainer says true, TRU. It knows Judgment, Roar of Time, Spatial Rend, and Shadow Force. It's got some crazy stats too, which is pretty dope. Okay, now, if you have been following my playthrough at all, you'll note that I did at one point have a full team of 6 Pokemon. However, this event will require you to put all your Pokemon in the box, so I've only kept my Furret with me, and I have the Arceus here. Okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to move Arceus and put him to the front. I believe that is required from what I've read, so now Arceus will be following me. Okay, I'm going to head over, and we're going to go down to the Ruins of Alph now, which is just down and directly here to the left. Once you get to the Ruins of Alph, there is a gentleman in the house immediately to the north or up from here. We're just going to walk to the door. Okay, he'll bump into you. Ouch. Are you okay? I was in a hurry and... Sorry, did I hurt you? No way! Could it be a Pokemon from Sinnoh? The one they call Arceus? Oh, could it be Arceus causing all this? I cannot explain it any other way. Arceus may be the key to solving the mystery of the unknown and the Ruins of Alph. Can you come to the Ruins of Alph with me? Please, you must. I am trembling with excitement. I think something is about to happen. Yeah, this is a wild event. I never knew this was even possible, and the things that happen here are like really, really nuts. I have been studying the ruins for many years, but something feels different. Wow, the unknown pictures on the wall. It feels like they're staring at me. What is this? There is something eerie that is making my legs shiver. I can't stop them. Okay, and now we're sent to a very special temple. This is part of the Sinjoh ruins. Not Sinnoh, but Sinjoh. It looks like it's a Sinnoh-Johto hybrid combination. If you look around the room, we will be coming back here because we need to. There's not really much that we can do just yet, so we are going to leave. Okay. I never even knew this was a thing. Absolutely crazy. This whole event is just nuts. It sucks that you have to use an action replay code and there was no other way to get this, but that's just how it is. I did also read that you can trade over an Arceus from another game as well. I'm not sure if that works because I haven't tried that, so if it doesn't work, whatever, but I did read that you can. So give it a shot. Let me know in the comments if it does or does not work, because I would like to know. Okay? Once you leave, you'll run into this guy. Just a standard hiker, I guess. Well, hello! It's so freezing, isn't it? For a youngster like you to be interested in the Sinjoh ruins is not something we see every day. Take a look at them. From the design of the pillars at the Sinjoh ruins, you can see that the cultures of Sinnoh and Johto have blended, hence Sinjoh. What was I thinking? We don't need to be standing here. Why don't you come to the cabin around the corner for more discussion? Now, this is the whole thing. There's a bunch of dialogue and all that stuff with this encounter. So once you repeat the whole event to do it a second and third time to get the other 2 Pokemon after you've chosen your first initial of the 3, it's a long thing. But it's worth it if you want all 3, and it's fun. By the way, we happen to have a person at the cabin. Any trainer should know who she is. The famous trainer from Sinnoh. She is traveling around to study myths and ancient ruins. Isn't that something? This whole thing was really exciting and really cool, and I've never seen such an elaborate, detailed event like this. Also, Bay is inside. Oh. Love this girl. Woo. Cynthia. Okay, now I'm gonna wait. You can deposit your Pokemon in the box here if you want and just have Arceus on your team, but I'm gonna wait just because I want to have the whole experience. This guy, if you talk to him, he'll tell you that his Abra will teleport you back to, you know, the mainland or whatever. So don't worry about talking to him right now. It's not entirely necessary. A long time ago, people used to draw life from Pokemon and also give their lives to those Pokemon. That shows that people in Pokemon used to be more closely bonded with each other. When people moved from place to place, the myths and legends of Pokemon and their power would also be carried with those people. That's how myths and legends from each region are blended with each other. The ancient ruins have inherited the legends from both the ruins of Alph in Johto and the Spear Pillar in Sinnoh. That is proof that the people from Johto and Sinnoh blended together as a group. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Cynthia. My name is Cynthia. I'm a Pokemon trainer. The Sinjo ruins remind me of Sinnoh, where I come from. Initially, I thought it was because it snows a lot here as well, but that was not it. A long time ago, people came from Sinnoh to live here. They must have built a temple here while longing for home. That's why we call these the Sinjo ruins. You are a Pokemon trainer. I can sense strong power coming from your Pokeball. I feel a familiar presence, the power of Dialga, Palkia, or could it be Giratina? It's similar, but not quite the same. Have you got time? Can you come to the Sinjo ruins with me? Call it a trainer's intuition. When you and your Pokemon step onto that stage, something will happen. All right, now, okay, so to save time, I am going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and just deposit my Furret, because if I go back to that temple, she's going to be like, yo, like, go deposit your Pokemon in the PC. So I'm just going to do it to save time. Okay, so now all I have is just my Arceus on here. There we go. Okay. And then once we go back into this temple, we'll see Cynthia there, front and center. This is the mystery stage, the mythical stage built to show respect for Arceus. It is said that people used to celebrate its magnificent might with music and dance. Some people in Johto still pass down this tradition. According to an ancient document, time, space, and antimatter, or what combined we call the world, shall be born when Arceus stands on the mystery stage. This is where one might say, the lead enters the mystery stage at last. All my study of ruins and Pokemon mythology in Sinnoh may have been to bring you up on this stage here today. Depicted on the mystery stage are the Pokemon that shape this world. The circle in the middle is Arceus, the origin of it all. This is a pattern that represents Palkia, the master of space and dimensions. This is a pattern that represents Dialga, the guardian of time. This is a pattern that represents Giratina, the ruler of the world that is on the opposite side of ours, the world of antimatter. Arceus has accepted you as a trainer. Arceus, having shaped the world, is said to show you a glimpse of its true power, the power of possibly making life appear out of nothing. It seems that something will happen when you choose one of the circles. You'll want to be well prepared. Now, all you have to do is tap on, or not really tap on, but walk on any one of the circles, and then she'll ask you if this is what you accept, and if so, you'll get that particular Pokemon at level 1, which is nuts. But this whole, like, little cutscene is even crazier. Now, I'm going to choose Giratina for the first one, because why not? Okay, just stepping on it. So you choose Giratina, the ruler of the distortion world. Okay, and I say yes. All right, now there's a whole thing. This is just the weirdest encounter I've ever seen. And this is the long one too. Most of the events are not as detailed as this. Sometimes there's a very short cave or walk that you have to take, but this one is just like insane. I've never seen anything like this in this early generation of these games. Now, again, it's super unfortunate that there is no way to get these Pokemon legitimately. I hate using action replay codes if we don't have a choice. But still, it's just, I wanted to show you guys that you can do this, because I feel like there are going to be some of you guys that want to know. And I get this question a lot when we trigger in-game events like this. Are these Pokemon legit? Yes, they are. We used a code to trigger the event itself, but the Pokemon we receive from the event, such as this Arceus and the other 3, even if we repeat the event, they are legitimate. So if you have the means to move them from your DS console games and move them up to like somewhere more modern and current, like Pokemon Home, for example, they're not going to flag anything. They are legitimate and it's totally fine. Also, it's so funny seeing like these really pixelated pictures in the background. I just wonder, like, where did he find these? Are these Google images, or did some I found these with a Getty? Was that an octopus tentacle? It's so weird seeing all these. And I had no idea this was even a thing. I'd never seen this before, never even heard of it. Because going through the Bulbapedia playthrough details, it never said anything about this stuff, but Cerebi.net said, like, that you can get these legendaries this way. And I was like, whoa, dude. That's crazy. Still black. Now, typically, legendary and mythical Pokemon typically don't give eggs or anything like that, but we get a freaking egg. Mysterious run object took the shape of a Pokemon. So you get an egg, it hatches, and then it turns into that particular Pokemon. In this case, it was Giratina for us. Would you like to give a nickname to the Giratina? No, it's fine. That shining sphere, could it be an egg? Did we just witness the very moment an egg was brought to this world, a moment no one has ever seen? An egg is the cradle of every being. This planet itself is an egg in a sense. Life that comes from an egg will come to an end in due course to begin anew. That may be what Arceus wanted to show us. That was... We seem to be surrounded by that strong power again. And sent us back. Oh, are you alright? You disappeared right in front of me. I was so surprised. I see. The power of Arceus and Unknown affected each other to create a huge energy, which sent you to the Sinjo ruins? Unknown, the ruins of Alph, and Arceus. The mystery deepens. It has made me even more inquisitive. I will one day solve all the mysteries. Now, I had not come to the ruins of Alph before. I didn't come here in my playthrough. I just didn't really see a need. I should have, maybe, but it didn't really matter. Let's go ahead and inspect this Giratina real quick, and then we'll touch base on the second portion of this process where we can repeat the event. Okay, so after you have gotten your Pokemon, let's go ahead and take a look. A Giratina at level 1 is nuts. Did not even know that was a thing. Ghost and Dragon type, you are the original trainer, and it also comes in a standard Pokeball. It's holding the Grizius Orb, which is interesting. It knows Dragon Breath and Scary Face. So yeah, that's that. Now, I typically do this out here. The second code itself. So the first one is triggered after you enter it in, you hit L and R, and then you can go into any Pokemart and you'll find the green coded gentleman and he'll give you the Arceus on your team. So make sure that you have an open slot for that. If you want to repeat the event, the second code, which is in the description box, you'll punch that in. And you can have them both at the same time because activating them is 2 different processes. To get the Arceus from the green coded guy is L and R. Repeating the process is entering that code and then start and select at the same time. So I've gone ahead and just pressed that. Okay. And I left just to reload the area. I don't necessarily know if you have to do that, but that's just something that I do because in the past I found some codes don't work or some events don't work. So we're going to go here again. And then he runs into you and the whole thing repeats all over again. So it's the exact same dialogue over and over again. Blah, 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 blah. And then that's pretty much it. All right, I've just wrapped up doing this 3 total times, and I went to my Pokemon Center locally here in Violet City, went to the PC, and I grabbed all the Pokemon, so I have them now on my team, all 4 of them, just as proof. We have the Arceus that we started with, of course, a level 1 Palkia that knows Dragon Breath and Scary Face with the ability of Pressure. We have a Dialga, Dragon Breath, Scary Face with the ability of Pressure. And then we have our Giratina, Dragon Breath, Scary Face, with the ability of Levitate. Each one is holding their own unique item, Griseous Orb, Adamant Orb, and Lustrous Orb, respectively. And yeah, that's it. So it should be super easy. Take a look at the description box for those codes. Make sure you enter them carefully for Action Replay and not some other cheat system. Action Replay is the way to go. And that is a wrap on this episode and our entire playthrough of Soul Silver. But just because we did this on Soul Silver, as a reminder to you, you can do this in Heart Gold as well. So don't worry about the version that you're playing. But that's it. If you found this video useful, entertaining, helpful in any way, shape, or form, show your love by hitting the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Any feedback for me, leave in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to take a look at the description box. There's some links that might be of interest to you, one of which is a link to the Marcanine community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, you can come chat with me directly. Otherwise, just know I appreciate you and your time, whether it was just this video or the entire playthrough. I had a great time with this, so be sure to check out the rest of the videos if you missed out on those. There's some very useful how-tos in there, including how to get all the mystery gifts for Gens 4 and 5. That includes all of the games, all 5 of them, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, and their respective unique Pokemon, including some cool shinies. Legendary shinies, in fact, too. But that's a conversation for another time. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Take care, be well, and I hope to see you around the Marcanine channel where we have more content for you to watch and engage with at any point. All right, that's it for me. Take care, be well. See you next time.